Hello there. I've been wanting to make a video about my 8-day fast that I completed a week ago. On full moon was my last day and the day I broke my fast, and I've been wanting to make a video just sharing how amazing the fast was and how unexpectedly easy it was. I was absolutely blown away of how easy it was. It was a very short notice fast that I went into, and not really expecting it. After my last YouTube video, I was saying I'm not going to be fasting for a while and just sticking to OMAD, and then out of the blue I just got this insane desire to want to do a longer fast, and I just went into this fast. And then I was going to do 7 days, but then I saw my 8th day would be on full moon, and I decided to break my fast in celebration of the beautiful full moon, which all went according to plan. Easiest fast I've ever done. I was so surprised. I never even felt I was fasting. First 3 days always a little bit uncomfortable, but after that, I was just carrying on as everyday normal life. I went on a 4-kilometer hike through the mountains on day 7 with a 4-kilo child in a carrier on my back. I had absolutely no problems. It was such a beautiful, easy fast, and I've been wanting to do a video on that, but I have been having the worst after fast I've ever had. That was very unexpected, and I've been dealing with that so intensely that I haven't been able to actually sit and make a video sharing on the beautiful fast I had. I am still going to do that, but for me a bigger issue at the moment is sharing what to beware of breaking a fast. I just want to say, going into that fast, something that made such a big difference for me was to really go into it with intention and really writing down why you're entering that fast and what you expect from it. I really put in quite a bit of effort the day before I started the fast, and I really wrote down what I expected physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I had a list of things I wanted to do during that fast to keep busy, which also made a world of difference. So I knew why I was in the fast, and that really, I think, made a big difference. But I'm going to make a separate video on why I think I had such an amazing fast. Some of the supplements, the magnesium I took at night, vitamin C, some of the things that I think contributed to having such a beautiful, easy fast. But for this video, I'd really like to just quickly share my experience on why it was the worst after fast I've ever had. I'm still not 100% sure why it was so hard and why it went so bad, but I just like to share the experience and just say what I think happened. So first of all, I think every fast and after fast is going to be different, because every fast you go into, you've got a certain amount of fat storage, and after every fast you've got a certain amount of fat, and it's going to be different every single time. You are constantly busy losing weight or gaining weight, and that influences the way you feel. So I think with my previous fasts, I obviously had more fat to lose, and it was shorter fasts, so coming out of it wasn't such a big deal because I still had fat. I still got fat, but I've got less. I've got less and less. I'm now about 8 kilos away from my goal weight, which is still a good 17 pounds. But my body was less happy with me coming out of that 8-day fast. And I went into really overeating, and the overeating wasn't the bad or the wrong thing that I did, it's the what I ate. And I will never again make this mistake. I feel we have to realize what our trigger foods are. For me, it's definitely the sweet things. I've got a very bad sweet tooth, and that influences my insulin big time, obviously. And I had the intention of coming out of the fast and going right back into a normal OMAD regime for a while. And then I would like to go again into a fast, seeing that I had such a good, awesome fast. But I didn't expect what was going to happen. I never realized how bad I was going to deal with the cravings afterwards. And then the thing is, I made the mistake of eating carbs. Sugary, starchy carbs. Bread, sugar, sweets, chocolate. And one thing led to another, and I felt so bad. Emotionally, I felt so depressed because I gained back all the weight that I lost and more. Okay, a lot of it's water, and I will probably still lose it. It's after carbs, your body retains a lot of water. I'm not actually even concerned about the weight. It was the loss of control and the way that made me feel. I felt like I was back in my old being of being fat and overweight and an overeater, and everything I did not like about myself was back. We'll talk now. And that the depression that set in was hectic for me, and I literally felt I was going to lose complete control, never regain it, and I was going to go back to my starting weight, and it would just all have been in vain. The last 4 months on a fasting focused lifestyle would just be a total waste of time. But it's okay. It's about 7 days after I broke that fast. I have regained complete control again. Everything's okay again. My body settled. It's as if it was in shock after the fast, but it's completely settled back into being okay again. The other big thing is, since yesterday and today, I've been eating quite high fat sources, all vegan based, and trying to get into ketosis without measuring it. And that has really made a big difference for me, and that is the key for me for the next fast. When I go into a prolonged fast again, which I'm really dying to do again. I love fasting. It's something I'll have to make a separate video on. There's something in it that calls me, and I just know I'm not done. I love having OMAD as my base, but I love fasting. There's just such magic in it for me, spiritually, emotionally, and physical. And it's a safe place for me. It's where I find complete control, but I feel it's a false sense of control because you can't stay in a fast. I also need to learn how to really have control over my eating. So I think I'm using fasting as a hideaway, hiding from my eating problems and issues. So that's not a long-term solution. I need to learn how to eat properly. But on my next prolonged fast, when I come out of that, I will not be eating food that are trigger foods to me and food that spike my insulin. And that's something I'd like to share with people that's got similar insulin issues, is make sure you come out of your fast. Don't restrict calories, your body, especially when you're getting closer and closer to your goal weight. Don't come out of that fast thinking you're going to go right back into OMAD, or allow your body to absorb nutrients again, and just refuel and just replenish a bit. But make sure it's foods that are not gonna push you over the edge to binge and just really go into eating everything you don't want to eat. So with my next fast, when I come out, I will be very sure to allow myself to eat and to have keto, to follow a quite high keto based diet for a couple of days, but I will be avoiding sugar and flour and be very wary of not having that at all, because your body is so desperate for quick calories, and it will just, it will drive you insane. um, yeah, that's what I've been wanting to share. Really be careful when you come out of a prolonged fast. Don't expect your body to be hungry and wanting to replenish, and allow it. Be kind to your body, be kind to your emotions, be kind to yourself after a fast. But have a list of unlimited foods that you can eat for a couple of days. When I come out of my next fast, I will not have any restrictions on the amount of food or the time of eating, but I will be very strict in the type of foods. I will only have fatty foods, avo, lots of avo, and 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 my salads and my veggies, and but I will really stay away from foods that will influence my insulin. I think everybody has got different foods that will push you over the edge to eat like a maniac. So obviously, if it's the salty type for you, whatever, I just know for me it's sugar, and I will not be having any sugary. I went so overboard on rice, and then not only was the depression such a big issue for me, but physically I felt so ill. I thought my stomach was going to burst because I ate so much, and I couldn't regain control. I was eating and eating like a maniac, and the more food I ate that spiked my insulin, the more I ate, and it was just the most vicious cycle I've ever been in, and I'm actually still in shock of what happened. I never expected that. I was concerned about getting through the 8-day fast, which was so easy, thinking I would just come out and carry on with life, and then the after fast was insanely difficult for me. So with my next fast, yes, I'm going to have my list of low calorie foods, unlimited. And I will have some of my fat bombs, which I think I'll still be putting up a video of that. But there's lots of recipes on the internet to make fat bombs. And I will just be controlling my appetite with a vegan keto diet. Just really wanted to share that. Have an awesome, beautiful day. Fasting is amazing, and I can so recommend it. It's absolutely life-changing. It brings essence to a person's life that you'd never know was there. The sense of control, feeding other parts of your being that will then feed your body, is the most amazing experience, and that's why I can't stop doing it. I cannot wait to get into a next fast, hopefully for longer than 8 days. I'm hoping to do 10 days. I just want to prep my body a bit more, just completely settle and replenish after this last one before I go into a new one. But I am spiritually and emotionally absolutely craving to get back into a fasted state. I just want to make sure I'm physically in as good as possible space for that, and then I'll be doing a longer fast, and then be more prepared for coming out of that fast. Next time I'm gonna deal with that a lot better than I did this time. Have an awesome day. Enjoy fasting, enjoy OMAD, enjoy the journey. Love you all. Bye.